wear a condom. We're in Fayetteville. No one gets STDs here.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right.
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
And we are back. Broadcasting live. Yeah. On the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence. This 7 July 2022. In the Lord of the Almighty. The year of the Lords of St. Javelin. Yeah. You guys had a great 4th of July. You know, I did. 4th of July weekend was good for me. I ate, man. It was 8. I ate. Hung out with some friends. Hung out with some new veterans organizations. Can't wait to bring them on the show. All week I've been catching up on emails. And holy shit. Something must be going on. I think the CERN has been activated and has activated the straight drama. And I don't know what's going on. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know what's going on in the Army right now. I really don't. We get political stuff later. That's Monday, and talk about whatever this and whatever that. But lately, it just seems like leaders. What the hell is wrong with you, man? What are y'all doing? I think right now we're running squares on who's got the most drama right now with all the organizations. And I don't know if it's some sort of 18th Airborne Corps competition or between 18th Airborne Corps and 3 Corps. I don't know what's going on, but I'm telling you what, hot off the press is 1st Cavalry Division and 3rd Infantry Division. You guys are like tied. Like up and neck. Even the Navy's going to get trashed today. Navy, yeah. As a matter of fact, a lot of the stories that we have right now, it's almost like, our friends over at Task and Purpose have been, hey, we see something, it gets posted on the main page. It gets posted on all our social medias. And you see it, right? And we're like, oh, shit, Task and Purpose is doing the same stuff. So the writers there, all the journalists at Task and Purpose have been able to, just bam, throwing it. I love it. It's fun. It's kind of cool. Oscar says, no offense, but the Navy has always been trashed. You might want to check out U.S. Navy WTF Moments. They have U.S. Navy has a WTF Moments too. Not affiliated friends, but yeah. So, real quick, there's a lot of stuff to talk about on the TL, man. That's a lot of. Where do I start? Where do we begin? Do you want to talk about 1st Cav or 3rd ID? You guys in the chats, you guys tell me what you guys want to talk about, and we'll go ahead and hit the whatever that was easy button for you guys to talk about. And I'm pretty sure in a minute, there's a little bit of a delay. I'm going to see some comments in a minute. Just, and I think everybody wants to talk about, don't twist my arm. I'll talk about either. Third idea. There you go. First one out. I'm seeing third ID. Okay. Well, here we go. Third ID. Yep. I'm seeing all the comments. Third ID. Yep. Everyone's, man, you guys aren't dog-faced soldiers. Who the Cav? Bro, yeah, everyone's broken TV. Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah, well, the Cav's going to get talked about too. All right. Well, shit. Top of the, everybody with your little fucking comments. Wow, you must really, holy shit, Third ID. Damn. I don't think we've ever had anybody from Third ID come on, except maybe one of the brigades. That was, there was something that was happening. I can't remember. But all right, well, we'll go ahead and. I thought you guys remember we had the DUI stuff on the main page, right? You guys saw that there were some guys and gals that went out and acted like asses out in the Ville. When I say the Ville, in Germany, they were in Germany, and they did, you know. They're like, I think it's like 3rd Brigade. It's not 3rd Brigade. Whatever rotational organization is in Germany right now. What's up, Rob? How you been, man? I've seen all some familiar faces. Everyone's like 180. 180 is not in the news right now. We'll taper off in a minute. So of all the scooter conundrum that we've had, where guys were getting drunk, driving, getting busted by the police for drinking and driving on a scooter. Our friends at 3rd Infantry Division decided to bust out a General Order Number 1. As a matter of fact, today, which actually is tomorrow. As a matter of fact, we'll throw the screenshot out. Here we go. They did Germany things. 25th ID, man. They're not in the news. I said 1st Cavalry and 1st Cav and 3rd A. So effective today, or I don't know, it's yesterday now. Well, yesterday for them. All alcohol privileges and overnight passes have been revoked. Soldiers are authorized post privileges in the immediate area, but must return by curfew. Asterisk BY. Alcohol consumption is not authorized. Holy shit, dude. In Germany. They really did that. Now, here's what's going to happen. I predict in my, I don't know, just a little bit of experience that I have. I mean, just a few years, just a couple years. People are going to rat each other out. People are going to go out and do shit. And then there's going to be the have-not. It's like, hey, how come I didn't go out? And then people are going to be ratting each other out about who's been drinking. Or there's going to be a massive alcohol-related incident because it was restrictive and people were trying to go out and binge drink and shit like that. Curfew. In Germany, though, I don't know. You're kind of not cool with this. Never has there been any GO number 1 that I've seen in Central Region, which what people who are stationed in Europe call it. Central Region have always played out well for individuals. Never. As a matter of fact, it's going to be worse. So our friends at 3rd Infantry Division have decided that because of the individuals that fucked up, it ruined it for everybody else. So the mass punishment thing, I think the CERN collider was activated and decided to turn all commands and removal of common sense. We're kicking it back and forth between the admins. I'm like, man, what, really? You're going to do this in Germany? I'm not saying it's okay to go out rip-roaring drunk or something like that. But curfew? So here's what's going to happen. You're going to have, you're going to have a curfew. So I see 2nd and 3rd order effects in this, like, I don't know, a duty roster being done up, courtesy patrols being done up, just because you just didn't slam those 6 individuals. The UCMJ was made for this. It was made to instill good order and discipline by roasting soldiers. I shouldn't say roast them. By punishing soldiers, according to the UCMJ, and of course with local laws. That's what it's for. This mass punishment shit isn't going to work. I don't give a fuck how long you've been, because I guarantee it, and this has always been the case. While there's mass punishment, while there's curfews and all this other stuff, your leaders will be saying, we have to go to a staff ride We have to have a staff ride. We're going to hang out with our German counterparts or our NATO allies. Everybody fucking knows what NATO allies do when it comes to partying, especially the senior leaders. They're going to go out and fucking get tanked. Your leaders are going to go out and tank. I predict it. It's going to happen. We're going to have more freaking officers get busted faster than the 101st getting their asses bit by hookers in fucking Poland. No huge surprise, man. No huge surprise. That's right, Heather. 6 individuals. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, oh, you can do it in German if you want. Yeah, they busted it. Behooving and caveating is happening right now in third infantry. Well, you get me all flustered, guys. Stop with the comments. Woo, woo, woo. I love it. Guarantee it, your soldiers are going to go out there and get busted, and your leaders are going to be like, yeah, fucking Sergeant Snuffy busted, and while they're drinking beers with international partners. WTF Nation out in Europe with the 3rd Infantry Division. Please send us pictures and screenshots. We'll be more than happy to post it. Not only will we be more than happy to post it, but we will ensure that now we'll say, hey, look, Commander so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. CQ says, how do you buy curfew? Exactly. And where do they even sell it? Curfew. Everybody wants to know what's going on with 1st Cav already, huh? So, okay, it's not breaking news, but we're just roasting the unit due to the fact that, again, I think this is funny. Bust some people. Bust them. Slam them. Bust them 6 people and write them up while everybody else can enjoy the pleasures of being traveling overseas and working with international partners. Could you imagine you're some fucking platoon sergeant or a company commander down in Central Region, and you're hanging out with your Lithuanian or Slovenian or German partners, and you're looking at your watch. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go because I got curfew. Where's the Paul Harvey and the rest of the story? If you follow U.S. Army WTF Moments, you'll know that there were soldiers that were busted for riding scooters and were picked up by the Polizei. 6 of them. However, and according to the story, what the theme is tonight, the Army doesn't want you to shit talk them. Only talk to them about good stuff. What's up, Shane? Only talk to them about good stuff. So, like I said before, all the stories that we're going to be talking about from here on out is going to be from our friends over at Task and Purpose. Shit, I might as well just hang on. Let me get some screens up. Let me get some TLs up right now. Hell, I'll even just go by their timeline on Twitter. Exactly that, Heather. It's a fucking Friday in Korea. As a matter of fact, I think I'll do that. I'm just going to pull up their Twitter timeline, and we'll just go story to story. Because this is funny as shit. There we go. Hang on. Boop, 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 boop. Let me do some magic here. And let's get some there we go. Let me get some magic here. Get some Task and Purpose stories going. What's up, Pooks? Now we'll be more than happy to show you guys, and we'll go timeline by timeline. U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio is even considering doing a Twitter timeline of all your mill Twitter favorites. Imagine how that section would go. How that segment will go. It'll be pretty fun. So let's begin with the first story from our friends at Task and Purpose. I am literally just going down the freaking timeline with them. You might be able to see my face on the side right there once I do it. Hang on. There you go. There you go. Hi. You see my face? There you go. Hi, guys. Hi. Anyways. The 6 individuals, the 3 years in Linwood. Wow. Ooh, shit. So the first story they got, the day opened up, they did a timeline of military stories going out and discussing some of the, there we go, so you guys can see my face. They opened up with this story about how the Navy leaders fought about who would have to fight the fire on the Bonham Richard instead of actually fighting the fire. The fire broke out on the U.S. Bonham Richard. Navy commanders lost precious time arguing who was in charge. Shit. Who was in charge? I don't know. Who was in charge? Hang on. You guys are awesome. Please continue your comments. Yep, keep the comments going. Real quick, James Caan died. Did you guys know about that? Just going to throw some non-military news out. James Caan passed away today. If you guys watched The Godfather and watched several movies, then, yeah, it sucks. It's really sad. Anyways, so what were we saying about the stories that we were talking about? Oh, yeah. So, let's look over here. Richard Bonham. I know we rarely talk Navy stuff. We rarely do Navying here, chiefing or whatever you want to call it, or plank leadership, leadership planking, whatever they do. So, Seaman Apprentice Ryan Sawyer Mays, who was trying to go to SEAL and Bud and all this stuff, has been charged with arson and other offensive combat. Exactly that, David. It sounds like Uvalde, huh? Doesn't it? Who's in charge? Who's in charge of this? There we go. Somebody said they couldn't see me. Well, there you go. Now you can see me. It's the Navy would expect. So yet precious time was lost in the first hours of the fighting efforts when the chain of command was so confused that the commanders refused to take charge in the emergency. Retired Vice Admiral Richard Brown told Defense News reporter Megan Eckstein. Shane saying never volunteer. At the time of the fire, Brown was the commander of the Sea Surface Force U.S. Pacific Fleet known as SURFPAC. SURFPAC. He told Defense News that he was unsure whether SURFPAC or 3rd Fleet had operational command of the Bonham Richard because the ship was undergoing maintenance. Wow. Shortly after the fire broke out, Brown said he could see blaze getting out of control. Yep, there you go. I guess we need to establish a new chain of command to coordinate with the Navy and civilian firefighters, but when his staff called 3rd Fleet, they said, the ship is in maintenance. It's not a problem. Brown then said he tried to call 3rd Fleet's Vice Admiral Scott Kahn, who refused to take command of the firefighting efforts because the ship was in maintenance. Damn. So it's like a giant 2062 big old hand receipt that was done. Yeah, pretty messed up. So there was the fighting going on. Later, none of the Bonham Richards installed firefighting systems have been used to douse the blaze when all the firefighters were ordered off the ship for more than 2 hours after the fire started. A massive explosion knocked down firefighters and sailors shortly after the ship was abandoned, and any opportunity to contain the fire had been lost. I have some friends that were in the Navy. Man, I tell you what, the Navy has the biggest fuck you when it comes to protecting the ship. And my Navy veterans that I know and veterans in the chats and all that know this. They've told me before that when an individual, there's a situation where the ship has to be saved, if you're stuck somewhere and you're in a portion of the ship that needs to be secure to save the ship, they will secure you inside the ship to save the ship. Jennifer says that's how you get a day off. Really? You think, huh? Since none of them want to take command, I suppose they should not be given a command and reduced in rank. Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Good point. Then I guess that means they should just not get command and they get relieved in rank. Both of them. That's what the Navy likes to relieve people like left and right. I'm surprised. Does anybody get relieved in this stuff? There's an investigation into the Bonham Richard fire that's thorough to help identify and help prevent, of course, ship fires. The investigation also found that Navy policies about exactly who was supposed to be in charge of the Bonham Richard caught fire were basically not fully consistent. So it's like the withdrawal of Afghanistan. Yep, we know shit's fucked up, but nobody's going to be held accountable when, whatever. The same thing with the droning of an Afghan family afterwards during the withdrawal. Quote unquote from Rear Admiral Brown says that, but more specifically, the Standard Naval Distribution List, the SNDL. I'm like, okay. Which establishes the shore command and control structure, placed the Bonham Richard as an echelon 4 command directly underneath SURFPAC. So basically, it's the SNDL made clear that the BHR of SURFPAC was of excellence with the CONE. Sorry, I'm just adding some more thing. I just think it's funny that the Navy likes to drop all these So this is what Navy commanders wrestled the tangle as the fire on board the Bonhomme Richard quickly consumed the entire ship. So while all this shit was happening, then there you go. As if it cannot get any better for the Navy. They can't even... Oh, I hope my Navy PEO friends are going to be like, you're a dick, dude. Why are you shit talking the Navy? As if it didn't get work for any worse for the Navy. They can't even handle a ship at port. They can't even handle a land ship, or an island, I should say. You guys hear what happened in Hawaii with the contaminated water? So, there was a video that was posted. You can go to Task and Purpose, of course, and these are going to get posted on WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page and all this other stuff. It's because like I said, it's been 4th of July. So, remember how the Navy and was telling the Army that, yeah, there was a fuel leak and water contaminated in Hawaii. It's not a big deal. That was contained, blah, 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 blah. So the Navy hit a combo of a shocking video that was posted showing thousands of gallons of fuel leaking in a Navy facility. Pookie's got a good point. Imagine commands arguing like that during Pearl Harbor. So the Army published guidance on social media use. By the way, we're going to get to that story. A little benzene never hurt anybody. Yeah, exactly. So the video was shown. It just broke about a couple days ago. Thousands of gallons of fuel leaking at a facility days before contaminating families' water. Now, of course, the Navy said, "You'll be all right. There's nothing wrong. This is good. This shit's good. It'll be all right." And there you go. Not to mention the fact that if you could see the piping in there, there has been some. They used unauthorized piping mesh. Everybody knows that you don't use PVC for fuel. Of course, we had a lot of people saying, "Oh, that's just metal wrapped." No. So if the Navy did that with the piping, and imagine what they did with the electrical, and imagine what they did with the ballast. If you guys know anything about electricity, fueling, all that misting that you see in there. Imagine if a spark went off on a facility surrounded by volcanoes. Can you sink an island or whatever? So the videos show moments just after a watchstander in the Navy's Red Hill bulk fuel storage facility in Hawaii accidentally hit a low point drain valve. Oh, man. So at the time of the spill, on November 20th, the person who accidentally struck the drain valve reported the leak as water with fuel smell. That the flow of the leak was equivalent to 4 safety showers on full blast at one time, according to the Navy's investigation report. As the Navy investigation found, the fuel that spilled in November was actually a result of a May 6th spill, during which officials believe that almost 20,000 gallons of fuel. David, go Navy, right? Beat Navy, go Army. I really think that the West Point students should be trolling the Navy on the next Army-Navy game and just all walk out with gas cans on the field or something like that. That would be kind of funny. We'll see what happens with that. So as the Navy investigation found, the fuel that spilled in November was actually a result, again, of a May 6th spill. Over 5,500 gallons of that fuel was unrecovered in the incident. Some of the unrecovered fuel was believed to have gotten in the water supply through porous concrete of the tunnel and the drain located on the floor of the tunnel that connects directly to the drinking water source just 380 feet away. The leak in November continued for 34 hours. The Civil Beat reporter, Christina Jedro, tweeted on Tuesday, by the way. She was the one that reported out. Oscar UETS from Schofield Barracks this past November, dude. You might want to go get checked out by the doc. Get some blood work done, bro. This is like exactly that, David. You're right. This is like Exxon Valdez type of shit. For you youngins that don't remember about Exxon Valdez, it was an oil tanker up in Alaska that hit, and when it ran aground, and the captain was drunk and spilled oil everywhere, and that was it. It was a lot of mess. So it happened on a Saturday, and on Monday it happened on a Saturday, and the Navy was telling families that the water was safe to drink. And zero disciplinary actions have happened so far. As a fucking matter of fact, it burns when I pee. Okay, that's kind of funny. If that doesn't get you even more, we're gonna get to the other roasting. Hang on, be patient. The Navy commander that said that the drinking water was fine as it was poisoning just retired and awarded the Legion of Merit. His citation praises his response to the crisis. Man, task and purpose is lighting it up too. We're gonna talk about the video. Hang on. So the Navy commander who misled families in drinking poisoned water was given an award upon retirement. The Navy commander of the joint military base where thousands were poisoned was given a Legion of Merit. And for the citation says that for exceptionally meritorious service, meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service as Commander Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Rick Hickam, from July 2020 to July 2022. Captain Spitzer. Eric Spitzer was his name. Brilliantly led 7 departments and 4,300 personnel at the Navy's most complex shore installation encompassing 12 geographically dispersed annexes while delivering exceptional mission, enabling support for over 93,000 personnel across 262 tenant commands during a global pandemic. Unreal. Task and purpose, of course. You just go ahead and go to the link. Give him task and purpose a lot of love tonight. So Captain Eric Spitzer. Well, he's out now, so we can't call him we don't have to call him sir, right? So Eric Spitzer, or we just call him Captain, was relieved of command by June 14th by Captain Mark Shahoney, according to photos released by the Navy. Spitzer was criticized in the midst of the water crisis, providing conflicting guidance that residents' water was safe in the days after the fuel leak. But during the change of command ceremony, Spitzer was awarded the Legion of Merit. What's up with that, Navy? I have an inside joke that I wanted to bust out to the Navy, but I don't know if it'd be proper to do it, but this is what you get for Top Gun. Sorry, I just said it. I'm just breaking balls, and I'm going to get people mad, get upset. Of course, the Navy did not respond to questions about if Spitzer or any other Navy officials were reprimanded in their roles in the crisis. And Spitzer retired in June, and according to the Washington Post, but less than a year before that, he was one of the many Navy officials overseeing the service's response to a significant water contamination crisis. I did say it. Less than a year before that was less than a year. Less than a year. With the majority of almost 20,000 gallons of fuel were recovered, roughly 5,500 gallons were not. Many of the unrecovered fuel is believed to have contaminated the base's water supply, making it into military families' drinking water. I remember us posting this before about a family member who was sitting in there in a town hall, and who a mother was talking about her 13-month-old whose the child was dealing with adverse reactions to fuel contaminated water. Yeah, exactly that. It was drank. So the Navy, the Hawaii Department of Health urged that all Navy water system users to avoid using the water for drinking and cooking and oral hygiene. Even Army people as well. It affected Army bases as well. So Captain Spitzer later apologized for causing confusion, saying his words were not the compassionate, validating words I wish I were used, but I regret that I did not tell families not to drink the water. Well, the Navy's own investigation concluded that deficiencies in the Red Hill facility during the fuel leaks endured due to seams of accountability and failure to learn from prior incidents that fall unacceptably short of Navy standards for leadership, ownership, and safeguarding our communities. Just like Camp Lejeune, yeah, exactly. Nevertheless, in June, he got a Legion of Merit. The award citation commends him for exceptionally meritorious conduct. Exceptionally meritorious conduct. That's why he retired, dude. Probably, yeah. He's a captain. A captain, if you guys don't know, if you don't speak Navy or you don't obla with the Navy, it's an Army 06. It's a colonel. It'd be the equivalent of colonel, so the captain. So it's not like a Captain 03, like we say captain or something like that, or Marine captain. It'd be... Oh, yeah, so that's why we're... Army Major Mandy Fine, one of the residents whose water was contaminated in the fuel spill, whose children ended up at the hospital, said that Spitzer's award was a huge slap in the face. You're damn right. Like I said, for a minute there, the Navy was just relieving everybody left and right. So you guys ready for the first Cav one? You guys ready for our first Cav one? This stuff we received in the inbox as well, but Task and Purpose. Task and Purpose has got the, has the resources and the people to knock out a story. Some of the things that we post already, believe it or not, usually it's reciprocal when it comes to some of the posts that we post up, and then Task and Purpose will ask us some questions and say, hey, where's this from? And then they go from there. So it's kind of like a give-take type of thing. So the next story, this is going to be the first Cav one. First Kayev. So there we go. Army leaders deny a soldier's leave after a miscarriage. There you go. Let me say that again. Army leaders deny soldiers leave after a miscarriage. Ah, man, dude. So now we're going to pick back. We're going to go back to, this is U.S. Army WTF moments. We might as well go back and talk about Army stuff. Army leaders of the 2nd Battalion, 227th Aviation Regiment, 1st Air Cavalry Brigade denied a soldier's leave for request in December to go home after a miscarriage. The leaders later said the reason why it's denied the go home was for their sister's graduation, according to a screenshot posted publicly on Instagram. We are allowing the release for theater to attend siblings one-time lifetime events. It doesn't pass my sniff test. Remember how we always said that majors, when they're XOs, that's like the worst time of majoring? I'm talking about S3s because I worked with some good S3s that were majors. But majors as XOs, that's usually that's like the what? I don't really think, especially when it comes to a Lee form, that an XO should be even fucking involved in that. Barely a CSM. I could see commanders and all that. I can see some first sergeant input in, and CSM input due to the fact that those individuals will probably have the ground truth of what exactly is going on with the soldier during an event. So the XO, are we allowing to leave to attend siblings one-time events? Doesn't pass the sniff test. There you go, nation. Doesn't pass my sniff test. We don't allow blank to go home for the loss of more child. Next comment is unclear if it was written by the executive officer or the command sergeant major. Nevertheless, CSM, the sergeant major, said he concurred with the assessment, recommended its approval. The next box, presumably the battalion commander, shows the request appears to have been ultimately denied. Damn, dude. I don't give a fuck about my troops. A spokesperson for the 1st Cavalry Division told Task and Purpose on Thursday that the 1st Air Cavalry Brigade is deployed to Atlantic Resolve, rotational deployment to Europe. Wait a minute. Are they hanging out with 3rd ID too? I wonder if they have General Order Number 1 over there too with 1st Cav. The soldier's request for leave because of a miscarriage came the next month in December, however, could not provide more specifics and did not meet the granting criteria for emergency leave, according to AR 600-8-10. There you go, Pookie. Isn't leave earned? But I think during an exercise, I'm going to tell you what, leaders. I've known soldiers that have been there for the birth of their children during the invasion of Iraq. I mean, they got sent back, but... So there you go. Gary, do they have scooters there? You're right. I know, General Order Number 1. Who's the command in the... So who's in charge over there? Is it Third ID or is it... In April, the Army rolled out a policy. You're damn right, David. This is why leaders don't want to say this. Leaders do not want to fucking say that. This is the reason why retention is down. They want to throw some other bullshit at you. They want to have fucking forums. They want to have town halls, but they don't even want to talk about this shit. We're going to get in the next story after that. The policy, you guys remember that me and Spanky talked about this, and we were actually like, whoop, whoop. We were getting a high five to the Army on this one, that the Army rolled out a policy that non-birthing parents would be allowed leave in the case of a miscarriage. The new policy made the Army the only service so far to give convalescent leave to male soldiers acknowledging emotional loss of their very significant life event. That's what the Army, the policy lead action officer, said back in April when this happened. Everyone's talking about this people first bullshit, right? I think it's starting to become an oxymoron, like military intelligence or military police. An XO. That's right, Heather. Policy's only as good as as the paper it's written on. It takes action, not talk. I mean, 2 years ago, the Army Chief of Staff even talked about this. Had this big old work-life balance slide and stuff. I think we talked about that too. That big old. I think. Matter of fact, let me go dig in the Story Graphics archives here. I think we do have that slide because we talked about that all the time. Let me double check. Let me see here. Let's see. I do declare, for this version of Sergeant's time, we did do a work-life balance. The Chief of Staff wanted everybody to hang on their in their office. There you go. I'll even cover my face up. There you go. I'm gonna tell you what's even funny is that leaders are blaming media outlets like Task and Purpose, U.S. Army WTF Moments, and WTF Nation Radio when we're just highlighting the bullshit that the soldiers are going through. Are you honestly gonna let your children join the military when you see this shit right here? So this slide right here was done by the Chief of Staff way back in the day. You guys got to remember, Atlantic Resolve is not a combat deployment, right? It's a rotational exercise event. Let me say that again. A rotational exercise event. So it's supposed to strengthen bonds with our military, working with our NATO allies, yada, yada, yada. I fucking got it, right? I totally understand that. But this right here is getting kind of stupid. It was stated in the article, for example, daily training, appointments, and sports team practices at the end of the scale are identified as routine. And of course, the major deployments and one-time family events like a wedding, perhaps a graduation, are considered critical. You ever notice you got all these guys, probably XOs, nodding their head in front of the Chief of Staff of the Army saying this shit? I love the Army. Everyone loves the Army. Okay, I do. I really do. I mean, shit talk about, but it's a frustrating thing to see soldiers get dicked over. We're not talking shit on the Army. We are merely highlighting shit that leaders are doing. I was talking to and I'll say it. I'll admit this. I do have a I do hang out with PAOs. I know. I'm sorry. I know. Don't disown me. Don't unfollow. Don't block. I do hang out with public affairs officers, and I do hang out with other communications professionals. And one of the things that we like talking about is messaging. Telling the Army story. Best soldier competition. You see it out there telling the Army story. That's getting it. There are instances that the Army the story has to get told, even if it's bad news. Hey, if anything else, that transparency lets the force, lets your leadership, lets your subordinates, lets your NCOs know that the Army is actually doing something to enforce a standard. Practice what you preach. You mean what you say, not what you blah, 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 blah. All the colloquialisms that you can have, and all those memes that you have on, all those quotes that you have superimposed over actors that they never said the quotes, but there's nothing wrong with highlighting that shit. For instance, I think it would be better off if we say, hey, look, we're taking care of troops. Here's what we got going on. We had a soldier had to go back and do this. There's, believe it or not, okay, this guy's going to laugh when he said that. There's things that they call storyboards within the organization. They have to do storyboards about good things. There should be storyboards about bad things too, or incidences, I should say. Like the 6 soldiers that got busted to prevent GO number 1. Hey, sir, here's a storyboard. 6 soldiers went out, did this. They got popped by the polizei. They got busted, referred to chain of command. CO looks at the command and says, what you doing about it? We can take it to legal, blah, 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 blah. Article 15, blah, 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 and there we go. No general order number 1, not fucking over the entire task force. Bam. Be complete. Too easy. I never understood that. These comments that you're posting up here are inflammatory, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you post something and you say, so I don't give a, you ever see that Homer Simpson meme where Homer Simpson's laying in his bed, he's all nice and comfy? That's what happens when the posts happen. I don't get emotional about it, and that's it. So it gets into the next story. Woo, man. The next story. Exactly that, Pip. That was still a tradition. It's those little pieces of culture and tradition that feelings get in the way. Believe it or not, we used to have a UCMJ board. Used to walk by and say, "Oh shit, I just got busted. Oh, he got busted for fighting down in the Ville. Oh, we got Article 15. I guess better not go find. I better not go down to the Ville and fight, because I don't want to get a Article 15 like Specialist ICE did back in the day." There you go. That's it. Easy. Done. Post it up. Somebody complained that, oh, it looks bad if you have a UCMJ board. No, it actually looks good. That you're not taking no shit and you're enforcing the fucking standard within your organization. Of course, every story, of course, has a reasonable doubt. Reasonable discussion. I'm not a jag. I'm not a lawyer. However, am I so few years of experience that I have? I don't have that much experience. But I will say this, that it's okay to post bad shit on your fucking UCMJ board. I'll be honest with you, your soldiers will look at the UCMJ board more than they'll look at your EO and Sharp board. If you put them together, then you'll see Sergeant so-and-so did this to one of his fucking troops. Guess what? Right there next to it is the UCMJ board where Sergeant so-and-so got slammed for banging one of his own troops. I don't get why this is so difficult. It isn't. Your job is to keep U.S. Army WTF Moments, I don't get in trouble for saying this, and WTF Nation Radio out of business. But you guys keep doing your screenshots. You guys keep doing it. 1st Cav, 3rd Infantry Division. Barely hear anything about the 82nd anymore. 1st Armored Division. 1st Infantry Division. I haven't heard anything from the bro in a long time. Some bro stuff happened back in, about a couple years ago or something like that. But lately, I mean, it's always those units. Got listen, off limits club, exactly, man. Safety issues, stuff like that. Sharp, EO, UCMJ board. I guarantee it. Soldiers will react when they see that their buddies who are fucking around or doing some bullshit downtown or within their organization. Hell, sergeants getting their rank removed, Article 15, post it. Post that shit. I remember when me and Spanky were like highlighting units that actually had that had posted on their fucking, I know 8th Army Korea used to slam people during the COVID shit for violating COVID shit. The Death Star is considered to be coming back, by the way. It's getting rebuilt. I think it's going to be Death Star 3. We're going to call that the Thrawn. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Your soldiers will appreciate it when they see that you are enforcing the standard as opposed to you telling them that they need to work late because of this, and no, you can't do this, people first. Talk is cheap. Talk is fucking cheap. So, the next story that I'm going to talk about is the fact that the Army, I'm not gonna hear it, except well, you guys don't think that I'm bullshitting, because I know you guys like to say, well, you guys are not really blah, blah, blah. Let me pull up the task and purpose. Man, task and purpose is getting all the love. I might tag them later after we're done the post. We'll get a bang on. So you guys know I'm not bullshitting. Follow task and purpose. And look at all their, check it out, talented reporters that get down to the truth. It's pretty cool. Like I said, the Army wants soldiers to stop shitting on the Army on the online. On the Army online. Oh Lordy. Oh Lord. Lord Hamacy with third hammer. With Thor's hammer. Woo, man. Even, I mean, social media is here. That's it. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to revert. TikTok Rangers. It's not going to go back to the good old days where you could keep soldiers until 1800 waiting for the word. It ain't going to happen. Your soldiers are smarter than you think. They're going to see you posting some shit on social media. And this happens all the time in the WTF Nation inbox. Every time a leader, we see it. Every time a leader does something, blah, 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 they do something like that. You think your soldiers aren't fucking looking? They are. They see you. Are the same ones that are going to slam their soldiers when they see a screenshot of them saying something on U.S. Army WTF moments. I just got threatened from Article 15 and blah, 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 blah. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let's get our crack forensic team down to find out what's going on. And what do we see? We see that same leader posting shit on freaking social media. Left and right, man. It doesn't matter. The military, we're supposed to be apolitical in this shit, but no. No. Oh, we got to tell everybody how we feel. As a veteran, as a member of the military, I feel this. Well, you just represented your military by doing that. And then you wonder why you have shit posters that go after you. Then you wonder why you have some of the media outlets, left and right, go after you or use your words to fit their fucking agenda. Take the Supreme Court decision recently. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The Army has a guide to help you live your life online. There's a handbook that's out there that says, provide guidance and recommendations on how you can become a more effective communicator and a representative of the U.S. Army. The Army has one of the worst fucking social media policies on the fucking planet. Because if you're a favorite of a specific group or organization, you can say whatever the fuck you want. If you're not liked within your organization, then you're going to get fucking dragged and you'll get an Article 15 for posting some shit on social media. We've seen it. You wonder why Jason Dunlap still exists? Oh, that story. Woo! On social media, yes, exactly. Oh, don't get me started on that. They do not, big bingo, Oscar, they do not understand the current generation and social media. You can't have your friends. I'm telling you, you see it. Maybe, like I said, I was talking about some of the staff about doing a mill Twitter. What this phenomenon, and I guarantee it, just like how we did the FRG groups and all these FRG pages started locking themselves down. There's a phenomenon called mill Twitter. I'm just going to tell you right now, after the Supreme Court released their comment on Roe versus Wade, the comments that were out there, whew. Support and against the decision. I always like to see people say the military is supposed to be apolitical, but we'll shitpost political shit. Don't come after me, by the way. We're media. Somebody said we're media. We're trash media. As a matter of fact, some of the individuals that are on Mill Twitter say we're trash media, but are in the DMs asking us to follow them. Yeah, I know. What was that Moff Gideon said? No, one piece of advice, assume I know everything. Assume we know everything in the WTF Nation. Your soldiers will tell us. A lot of the individuals that you see shit posting on Bill Twitter are the same. I don't sound like I'm being a dead horse here. I'm beating a piñata. Mill Twitter soldiers are in our inbox. The ones that like to pontificate and say how much they hate the WTF Nation your soldiers are in their inbox. I'm gonna tell you a story right now. Hang on, let me shuttle all this stuff here so I don't get all my. I'm gonna get all my deets here. Heath says he disagrees. Trash media of excellence. Maybe. Oh man, this is funny, isn't it? Now all of a sudden I see some uptick there in the viewership. We're not going to go and do the Mill Twitter thing. We're not going to yet. That we're considering. We're sort of kind of. Hang on, let me look right here. So there's a Mill Twitter leader out there that has an NCO. This individual asked me not to repeat this or not, reveal their identity due to the fact that they're afraid because of the person's significance on social media that they're not going to do anything about it. Like, in other words, the soldier will get busted and will get fried, and the Mill Twitter leader will flex it against that because we posted it or reposted that. Exactly that, Heath. We're not going to fall for the banana on the tailpipe. So I posted this yesterday. I said this yesterday that somewhere right now there's an NCO changing PT times to be earlier and earlier. What may originally be 0500 could easily be 0430 or 0450 or 0530 to 0500 to 0515. Can you justify getting a small child up at least 2 hours before report time to get to a caregiver's house and back in time? Because you are an assed up NCO the night before, texting before 0500 person's not in 10th Mountain, obviously. And after 2100, you are a shitbag NCO. You rule with toxicity right now, I'm telling you, dude. That's basically forcing a parent that may be forced to give up their time with their child to stay with the other parent because of this shit. You're not even realizing what you're doing to the soldier's anxiety or what you're doing to the soldier's behavioral health, and you're not realizing what the fuck you're doing to the soldier's family. Trash bags like you need to get the fuck out. Straight up. And I'm promising you right now that since you're taking this soldier's time, I know leaders, senior Army leaders are watching this feed. I'm taking yours, and I hope they fucking find out who you are. Because this is a subtweet. This is a subtext. This is a subtle reminder that one of your favorite Mill Twitter people, one of their subordinates, are fucking treating soldiers like this while they're on social media shit-talking about people first and crying about how the Army is fucked up with this shit. Police yourselves. Exactly that, Josiah. 15 minutes to the 15 minutes to the 15 minutes to the 15 minutes. You acting like you're the 82nd or something for a jump. Any rate, we can take a break right quick so I can hit the head or the tree or water the tree or the bushes, what do you want to call it, and then refresh my glass, and we'll be right back.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Let it all be
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
And we're back. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veterans Center of Excellence on the 7th of July, 2022. Deep within the mountain compound, or deep within the Pentagon. Underground bunker. Who knows? Fast as fast can be, can't find us. Not your host. Thank you guys and gals for tuning in tonight and hanging out with us. Or hanging out with me, actually. We got things going on with the staff and riding solo. Solo. Anyways. Man. All right. So what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So this being Sergeant's time again. Now, there's a video that's been floating around that's completely 100% being having some contextual issues that 100% is false. I verified the video myself and rechecked it, double-checked it, triple-checked it. And it's false. Now look, whatever your political leanings are, anytime any of our veterans or our soldiers receive the Medal of Honor, it's receiving the Medal of Honor. We've had individuals that have received the Medal of Honor amongst administrations that we may not agree with. However, the way I see it, a Medal of Honor is a corrected award. In other words, it was an award that should have been awarded when it happened, but whatever issue it was or whatever. And I see it as if it was awarded like a Silver Star or something like that, then I could, and it was elevated, just like, well, for instance, just like Sergeant First Class Alwyn Cash's award. Everybody knew it should have been a higher award. Now, wrong was right. It was corrected, right? Okay. So recently, this president just awarded some Medal of Honors to some Vietnam veterans. There's a video that's been surfacing on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that, that he put the award on backwards on a Vietnam veteran. That's 100% not fucking true. Say what you say about the president right now. It didn't fucking happen. So everyone's like been sending me, hey, you see this video? Blah, 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 blah. This video's fucked up, and this. All your big notable news pundits have been passing this fucking video around with a false pretense, saying that the president put the award, put the Medal of Honor on the backwards, and that didn't fucking happen. Matter of fact, hang on. Let me see. There we go. Let me show you. Here, I put it on my Twitter. There you go. Bam. It's on my Twitter timeline right there. There you go. I had to set it up right quick. So there you see it. Even quote by me. Guys, pump your brakes. Here's a better vid. It was not presented backwards. Because I'm going to call out somebody else who decided to go on my DMs. I normally don't do this, but this little shit needs to fucking be dimed out. And I'm in a dragging mood today. I'm gonna drag some fuckers online right now. I'm in a mood. I'm usually not like that. I rarely show my DMs publicly. Rarely do. Maybe I should start doing that more when I get these fucking shit posters coming after me about this stuff. So anyways, so as you can see, everyone's talking about this video here that was presented backwards. Now look, the guy has a pretty big neck, okay? I'm going to just go ahead and play the video as I talk. And there we go. There you go. You see it put it on? Yep. See it put it on. There you go. He's putting it on back there. The guy, old timer's got a big neck. Take his hands. And there we go. He has the award, right? Look at that. You see the stars? The field of stars that's in the front, that's underneath this old timer's chin? What does that mean? That's how the medal is worn, right? I even did a favor to the world to show, hey, look, this old timer did not have his medal put on backwards. As much as I don't agree with this administration, the fucking pretense that everyone's saying that he put it on backwards is 100% fucking false. 100% fucking false. I'm just blown away at the fact that people are running with this fucking thing. Now, the video is that's been running around. It's the same video that I just showed you. This video right here, and this is easily downloaded by PBS News Hour. I'll admit it. I was a PBS. There you go. PBS News Hour. Download it off of freaking YouTube. High def. You get a 1080p. So you get a good resolution. All I did was just post it. People got mad. People got mad because I said the fucking video is false. If you fucking look at it, you can clearly see that the president did not award this Medal of Honor backwards. You can say what the fuck you want. Yep, go ahead. Say what the fuck you want about the comments, but I'm going to say this to you right now. I'm staring you at the face. What was it, people? What's the comment that the kids are saying? My brother in Christ. That medal is not put on backwards. He does kind of look like Schwarzkopf, doesn't he? So before you go shit posting, getting all fucking butthurt, you go blah, blah, blah. Recruiter Times. This broadcast was made possible by donations from you, from viewers like you. Yeah, there you go. Well, some little shit decided to go on my DMs and make a comment. Let me go ahead and just scroll right up. Oh yeah, we were ragging on Malcolm Nance. If you guys don't know who Malcolm Nance is, yes, we're dragging him too. Of course, there's a new episode of freaking One Punch Dad. There's my timeline right there. There you go. See, you guys talking about James Wood. I'm a James Wood fan, so there you go. I retweeted him talking about James Caan, who passed away today. So let me scroll right up and. Yes, I've been memeing Malcolm Nance all day. So, and there's a picture of a rhino. There was a poacher that a trophy hunter that was found on the side of the fucking road dead. So, anyways, here's my little man right here. There you go. I got this DM from a little man here, Jack Milo Stan. Hi, Jack. You're being broadcasted to the world pretty much. Followership of over, I don't know, almost 2 million. With a reach of over 15 to 20 million every month. We're broadcasting live in different types of... Where's the porn? Those are the taps, Heath. Come on, dude. You can't see behind the screen. Broadcasting live on 2 Twitter pages, a YouTube and a Twitch, and Twitter. Where you're at, buddy. Do you like defending Biden? Do you like defending Biden? Look, as a non-commissioned officer... especially when it comes to ceremonies, practices, and keepers of tradition, as all NCOs should be. If someone's running around, especially civilian news pundits that like to talk shit and say that the medal was put on backwards by providing grainy and suspect fucking footage, I'm going to do my research to double check. Had he put it on backwards, I would have fucking roasted his ass too. But that's not the case. So to answer your question there, Milo Stan, Jack Milo Stan, I'm just going to say what I've tweeted. When I see shit posters drop fake-ass vids, I call it out. No defense of anyone. So read my TL, you little shit, before you comment. Damn, William C. White, man. Dude, what? Damn, you dude, you're like getting all screaming. Why are you typing all caps? Say we heard you the first time. Look. If it's any consolation, okay, for all you guys to think that I'm defending Biden, I was breaking. I busted out the president too when he called Alwyn Cash Chase, mistakenly called him Chase, and I fucking got pissed off about that shit. So, again, keepers of tradition, non-commissioned officers, you're supposed to fucking say that shit. You're supposed to call it out. You're supposed to, norms and traditions. Culture, right? Save those comments for the Monday edition. So anyways, I just wanted to give a shout out to Jack Milostan on Twitter, at Jack Milostan. Follow him on Twitter. Let him know. He's got the typical blood, sweat, and respect. The first two are given. The last is unlearned. Let me go in wear my affliction shirt. Bro, you've been watching Vision Quest too much. So anyways, that's my little thing. Like I said, I wanted to be straight up front, man. That video is fucking stop sending to the WTF Nation. Stop sending to WTF Nation Radio. Stop sending me DMs that the video of him, there's a video out there of him putting the medal on backwards. That's not the fucking case. But we want to call him out, but false info on him not going to happen. Now, if you call it out, and you can say, you could call it out. Just like you'd call it out, right? I know there's Article 88. See, this goes back. I'm glad you brought that point up, Chris. This goes right back to Article 88, the use of contemptuous words against elected officials, right? Officers are not authorized to do that. There's a catch-all for the NCOs now. That's that stupid social media policy that the Army only likes to enforce when they feel like enforcing it. That's the one I'm talking about. I remember when Trump was president. I remember when Trump was freaking, there were so many subtweets, there were so many shit posting, and nobody said a fucking thing. Now service members say something about the president now, not openly, not subtext. They're using some, they're being sly about their comments. They're direct, they're talking about it, but they're not. And you see fucking soldiers getting fucking drugged. You see soldiers getting highlighted by their chains of command. Hey, look at this guy. He's talking shit about the president. When you could just go on social media and see those same individuals say the same shit about D. Treasy or Obama or Bush. Fuck, we all said that shit. Afghanistan, what? In my opinion, he's a soup sandwich with or without the Medal of Honor video. Yeah, again, man. This is Sergeant's time right now, but yes, I don't agree with the president's policies. I don't. Not one fucking, nope. Again, that's a Monday edition conversation. But I will say this, that it is verified that the president did not put the Medal of Honor backwards on a Vietnam vet. Stop sending me that shit. We can go back and forth and discuss the other stuff. But anyways, what do we got going on? Shit. I've been blabbing and stuff like that and just shit talking and roasting people and highlighting, all politics aside, yeah. That's the only time I got to say it, man. The Monday edition would be a different story. It's kind of funny. I get to, kind of cool to go back and forth in that role. People are going to be like, hey, you talking shit about the president, blah, blah, blah. Well, we are media, right? I think that's sometimes what the military population needs to realize. You say we're trash media and all this, okay, then fine. Then I'm not going to listen to you then. But we have probably better feedback and better cooperation with military PAOs than most media outlets. So let me see. What's going on? What do we got going on? We got some schedule changes and stuff like that. We do have a schedule change. We have CQ changing a schedule out. What'd you guys think of Animal Mother, Adam Baldwin, showing up on Tuesday? William, bro, if you're going to fucking all caps or something like that, at least spell. Spell, son. Did you guys see that show with Adam Baldwin? CQ, Pop Culture Warrior? That was a fun show. That was pretty good. I actually went on for about an hour and a half, and I didn't expect. What was kind of funny is that Adam Baldwin and CQ were breaking balls on each other like they knew each other for a long time. That's the way it's supposed to be. So that's what it's all about. Let me see. Yeah, we had Carl Whaling coming on Friday from Back to Heroes Rumble. We had him coming on. Like I said, I was hanging out with some friends from the Ashes for Military Broadcast Radio. Buddy of mine I met. He's another fellow podcaster, Rob Williams. Vet Fest in Castle Rock, Colorado. That was fun as shit. I had a blast. Hanging out and meeting and networking with other veteran service organizations and other veterans group. It was fun. I had a blast. I would definitely recommend, I think William is drinking 3 Cletus. What did I spell wrong? Penis breath? Damn, William. Bro, you never come off to us like that. Why are you coming off to me like that? Penis breath. You said, okay, you said fuck our president. Let me say that again. Fuck our president, not fuck our president. Look at your comment that you posted up at 1925. Or, I'm sorry, 20, whatever time you're in. You said you used, instead of O-U-R, you used A-R-E. So, and you were like screaming at the, dude, I'm telling you, man, yeah. Don't take it out on me for broadcasting the fucking news. You said, oh, yep, LOL, you're a brother. You're a brother. You're a brother, or you're a brother. See, there you go, man. Are you drinking tonight, man? It's our, exactly, duh. Just breaking balls, dude. Man. Again, as soon as this podcast is over, I'm going to, get some 3 Cletus, crack it open, and drink some Tecate, and that's it. I'll be good. I'm good, thank you. All right, you're good. Okay, cool. All right, we're cool then. We're cool. What else? I can't think of anything else. We have a guest. Let me see. I don't want to sell you guys short on the guest stuff, because the guest right now we have. Let me see. Wait, hang on. Someone's oh, love you, man. Love you too, man. Like I said, bro, it's all whatever. Wait, hang on. Somebody's mocking me? Who's mocking me? Somebody shit posting against me? Aw. Is it a PAO? There was a PAO that used to work with. His name was Vance, and man, he used to get really pissed off at us. Really used to call. He was like livid at WTF Nation Radio. What would be the Hispanic version of 3 Cletus? Tres Changos. Like Django beer from fucking from Dusk Till Dawn and Desperado. You know that beer that they have? Django? It'd be Tres Changos. That's what it'd be. Wait, show me the deeds, man. Oh, man. Hang on. Let me see. Somebody said that I'm getting my balls broken. First Cavalry Division's like saying some shit, so I got to look at the comments, man. I got to see. Hang on. I got to see this. Hang on. Oh, hot off the press. Man, this is hot. Hot off the press. Man, First Cav, why are you doing this, man? Why are you mocking me like this? I thought we were cool. So hot off the press right now. This is as of a minute ago, 10 minutes ago. Now they're doing 4 formations a day. First Cav. Dude, what is going on? What's going on? What you doing to my army, First Cav? Woo, lordy. My golf brother, how have you been? Long time no see. I'm glad you're doing good, man. How have you been? I see you in the chats, brother. How have you been? Seeing your trip, bro. I'm seeing your fucking trip. That's awesome. Kind of hating on you. I mean, you should have swung. Let me know. You should know you were hanging out in the Midwest or something like that, or in Utah area. I'd have fucking flown out and hung out with you. But you got things going on. Hey, man, that's cool. That's totally cool. Love seeing your TL, man. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate the pics. That's awesome. 4 formations a day as of 10 minutes ago. First Calf. There you go. It's about as bad as I won't say it because it's not been posted yet. I won't say it. That's not very chill of you, First Cab. Anyways, we got a show every night, except for Wednesdays, Saturday, and Sunday. However, Wednesdays and Sunday are going to be new scheduled events, new scheduled show, I should say. Ooh, I almost sound like all military and shit. Almost sounded all staffy. We're gonna have a show called the Sports Bar, the WTF Nation Sports Bar. Coach is gonna be the host, and it's basically gonna be like Sports Center, all sports crap. Okay, I shouldn't say that. All sportsing stuff. I shouldn't say that about Coach's show. He's a good dude. He knows the stats. As soon as I ask a question about sports, be ready to get wrapped up. You can get wrapped up like Reynolds wrap and shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll wrap you up and start talking about sports and stats and all this other stuff. He says I need to find a new team. He's been breaking my balls lately, saying that the Raiders, since they moved to Las Vegas, okay, so make up your mind. Are you still a Raiders fan? So he's been busting me about that. I do need to find a new team, I guess. But he'll be coming on Sunday. Monday's the Monday edition with myself and Shipwreck or TZ again. Of course, we got new hosts that are training up, and they're in the pipeline to get trained up. And then Tuesday's Pop Culture Warrior with Radar and the unpop cultured, and of course Michael Carrasquillo, also known as CQ, discussing all pop culture stuff, games, movies, mostly movies. He needs to pump his brake on the MCU stuff and keep talking other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. He's a huge Marvel fan, knows all the ins and outs, knows all the storylines and all that. And then Wednesday is going to be the new opening slot, so it's going to be a new show. Once we get it all nailed down, you're going to get an announcement for that one too. And it's going to be pretty cool. Thursday, Sarge's Time, like you're listening to right now. It's moi and Spanky. She's out goofing off because it's summertime, and baby Spanky's out doing her stuff, and so she's got to make sure that baby Spanky's taken care of, going to school and all that, which is kind of cool. Well, actually, not kind of. It is kind of cool. It is cool. Then, of course, Friday Night Freedom on Friday nights with Kaz and Pookie, talking all freedom stuff, freedom related, all news stuff that is specifically geared to, how do I say this? Starting a conversation, discussing American-related events. Kaz and Pookie. Then Saturday's a day off, and of course, again, I can't wait. I can't wait for these shows to come up. You guys are going to have a larger lineup. So that way we'll have 6 shows a week. And then we'll have only only Saturday will be day off. So we might end up hiring some more people too to kind of help out on this shit, because a lot of people, a lot of work that needs to be done. Every show that happens on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio is choreographed, coordinated, thought out. There's some days like tonight, even though I didn't have a guest or I didn't have a host, and I still had to lay out, what I needed to do to provide you guys and gals the entertainment and the discussion that you guys would, and of course some non-commissioned officer professional development. And again, we're once we make those announcements, you guys will be told about it. I'm excited. I also want to give a shout out to 10th Mountain Division. Shout out to other organizations. Stay tuned. We're going to be working with 10th Mountain Division Veteran Association. A lot of stuff happening in August with Mountain Days. Can't wait for that. We're going to do some Mountain Day stuff. The Veterans Association has huts in Vail, Colorado. Recruiter Times, you're going to be hit up so we can discuss the week you're going to come on for Sergeant's Time. Recruiter Times is on the whiteboard right now, targeted for appearance. And I shouldn't say that targeted, because then I'll get like Facebook and all mad at me. In discussion to get you scheduled up. That'll be fun. I can't wait for some fucking banter for the recruiting side. Because Recruiter Times, if you don't follow Recruiter Times in the chats, follow them on the social media. They got Instagram, they got Twitter, and they have Facebook. And man, it's like the WTF Nation, but for recruiters. All the ins and outs. And anywho, so with that, let's see what else. Let me see if we got any more formations going on. Anything from any hot off the press stuff? Okay, there we go. All right. So thank you guys and gals for hanging out tonight and showing up. Again, we're broadcasting live on 2 Facebook pages, WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army WTF Moments, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. we are close to getting our backbone, our infrastructure set up for our podcast so we can, blam, send it back out again. If you go on to WTFNationRadio.com's website, you'll see it right there, and you will actually see all the posts we've kind of got for right now. We put all the posts that are currently broadcasting that have all of our social medias up. And if you go to the top tab, you'll just hit play, and it'll be a repeating show that has been already broadcasted, and it's been played out, and it's like a I don't know, like a rehash or throwback, whatever you want to call it. All the old shows with the old gang. And then you'll hear me, you'll hear, Red Leg, you'll hear a bunch of people that were on there before. We even have a Discord. And once the podcasts come out, then we'll let you guys know. We'll let you know that it's going to be, again, like we had last time. We were on iHeartRadio. We were on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're working with Spotify. Spotify, come on, don't let us down. And then we'll see. Also, one last thing I needed to shoot a note out. If you go to WTFNationRadio.com and also go to Pop Culture Warriors Facebook page, both those Facebook pages, you're going to see soon the voting for Best Podcast Awards. Best Podcast Award for entertainment and news, entertainment news, Hollywood type stuff. And CQ's already has been nominated again. Once again, man, CQ's killing it. I guess I get around to see if they're going to nominate me for any like news or military stuff. I know the kind of category for what we do is kind of different when it comes to it. But CQ, yeah, vote for Pedro. Exactly. But CQ, man, he's been crushing it. I love it. So again, you'll see some media, you'll see some postings and links, or go to Pop Culture Warriors Facebook page, and you'll see his stuff get posted, and he's always talking about it. He's got all the news and all the happenings on his Instagram and his Twitter. And needs to be paid attention more to Twitter, but can't wait. So with that, I think that's everything. Do you guys got anything for me? If not, then I'm going to take off. Thank you all for chilling, shooting the shit with us, and throwing your comments in there. Again, always a pleasure to have you guys here on Shots.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Take a look inside your life. Is it so bad? Is this where you draw the line? 'Cause it's so sad. Tell me where you lost your faith. Is it so bad? Couldn't see it in your face. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back. Come back down to me. I'll wait until you come down. Come back down. Hello, hello to you. Will you come back down to me? Hello, hello to you. Will you come back down? Hello, hello to you. Won't you come back down to me? Hello, hello to you.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the army of Ukraine, our army.